So here we have this week's sneaker news, and there's quite a lot of Jordan brand releases for 2026 that were announced by Sneaker Files and Z Sneakerheads. And from what I can see, a lot of colorways that have been announced, and quite a lot of, I suppose, different sneakers from Jordan brand. And usually you do sort of hear them quite early on, usually sort of a year before or 9 months before. However, the first one up is the New Balance 1906 Loafer, and this is in the cream and silver metallic. So this is quite similar to one of my favourite pairs of 1906s, which I have a pair of, the white, silver and gold pair, and that was a 1906R, and this loafer's taken a riff on that, and I actually think it looks really good, in my opinion, and I'm a big fan of this loafer series anyway. So yeah, definitely worth checking out. And again, I'm sure they're going to be limited still as well, but I actually really like them, and I think they're going to be great for the summer. And also we have the Atmos New Balance 1000 bandnhu, and I think this one is one of those ones where it's an acquired taste. It's got some like a bandana print on it, similar to, I suppose, the Travis Scott Black Phantoms, where they came with a bandana with this type of print, paisley sort of print on it. Yeah, quite unique really, but I don't know what else to say about them really. I do like the New Balance 1000 model. I think it's really comfortable, but this one, it's not something for me, but I do appreciate it at the same time. And what's been announced, obviously, is the triple collab, and for next year is the Union Fragment Air Jordan 1 High OG. And in all honesty, I actually like the look of them. I think they're really nice. Maybe the white outsole isn't the best, so obviously it'll get dirty quite easily. But usually what Fragment are known for is kind of paired back colorways and simplicity at its core. And I actually think these will age well, but quite similar to the original pair that released of Jordan 1s and Fragment ones. So very much in similar vein to those, but like I said, that's probably to be expected from Fragment. And also during the summer, we're going to have the Nike Air Force 1 Low Bling, and this has got some jewellery or lace doubrays on it. I think it's probably one more for the women, but it's not a bad colourway, and quite sort of simple, almost sort of all triple white colour. And then also we have the Asia Wilson Nike A1, I think it's called, and this one I think looks nice actually. I'm not sure what the tech is in there. There's not too many details around that, but reading from the description, it's like 2 years in development from Nike, and so hopefully, it's probably good for the basketball court, and looks similar to the Sabrinas and maybe even the Kobe's as well. So expecting a similar sort of thing really. And also what's been announced is the Air Jordan 3 Seoul 2.0. I think this will be a exclusive to Korea, and it's releasing on the 15th of May. And then they're not bad. Again, I think there's better Jordan 3 colorways to get apart from this one, but they're not bad, especially if you're Korean. I can understand why you go for these. And also we have a new Nike Total 90, and this is in the white gold colorway. And this silhouette's not bad. It's not the greatest, but I can see it's quite popular at the moment, judging by the views I've had for my video. Yeah, the asymmetrical lacing system should work, but I think the tongue kind of gets in the way a bit. And I actually felt they were too big, but I've had a lot of people comment saying they run small, so I'm not sure what's going on there. But yeah, I suppose you have to kind of judge that one for yourself. And also releasing is the Air Jordan 1 Shattered Backboard, and this is a better look and better colorway of the original that came out. I think it's coming out on the 12th of July, and I actually think they're really nice. Normally I don't go for sort of trainers with orange in them, but I kind of like that black toe color blocking, and always have done. And I have a bunch of different highs in sort of the different black toe colorways. For the lucky greens and taxis, and would like to have these as well as part of that. So yeah, just overall a really clean one, and I think the materials look pretty good on these as well. They've got a bit of tumbling going on. And also on the 19th of July, I've got the Air Jordan 8 Aqua. Not much to say about these. It's a classic shoe at the end of the day. I didn't keep the playoff pair that I had, but they were a really clean pair, but I just knew that I wasn't going to wear them. And I think for me, if I was to buy another pair of Jordan 8s, it would either be this one or the Bugs Bunny, but I'm kind of veering more towards the Bugs Bunny because I know that's something that I would wear, being more of a sort of white colourway. But this is still very nice, and yeah, definitely up there. And also releasing in the summer, I've got the Sporty and Rich Adidas Adizero Adios one. And these sneakers were originally released, I think, maybe like mid or early 2000s, and it was used for like marathon running, and they are quite comfortable. I have the Bad Bunny pair that I bought, which is like a hybrid of the SF72 and this silhouette. And yeah, they're pretty comfortable for very lightweight as well. So, you know, made for running back in the day, and that's what the trend was, to, you know, have trainers that were super lightweight and you know, for running purposes. And also we've got the Nike Kobe for, I think this is a Chinese high school basketball league, and yeah, they look really nice, really clean. The Kobe 4 is a good model as well. I think, you know, it looks really cool as well on foot, and quite comfortable as well. And this one's coming out summer 2025. And also we've got the Nike Field General in the leopard print, and this is in time for the summer. And there is a bit of a trend with leopard print sneakers, especially for women out there. It seems to be quite popular. I see a few women out and about wearing, you know, trainers with leopard print on it, and I think this one will be popular for the women again. And the Field General is not a bad to see either. And something that I do like is the Nike Air Max Plus PSG. Just the fact that it's got like the Paris on top of it, I think it looks really cool. And then you got the translucent overlay, I do like that. And the colour scheme's really nice as well, being black. It's got a kind of mean, menacing look to it. You know, I'd definitely buy these if I was living in Paris, for example, but because I'm not, you know, I think that's probably why I'm not feeling them as much, but I do think they look really nice. If they had London on them, then I'll definitely buy them. And also we've got the Air Jordan 4 Cavestone, a better look, and this colourway I actually think is really nice. It's not the same as the one that was originally mocked up, which was more of a kind of brown colour, you know, going towards that Travis Scott type sneaker. But this one, you know, being more along the lines of the cool greys, I suppose, in terms of the silhouette or colour scheme. But yeah, I think it looks nice, and yeah, definitely would be up for these, especially if you've got Nike here on the back. And also releasing is the Air Jordan 5 OG Fire Red, and this is a classic sneaker, classic OG colourway, releasing on the 30th of September 2025. And by the looks of it, they've done justice to their 23 number as well. And yeah, just a clean silhouette. I think if you're going to get one Jordan 5 OG, it's probably this one. And I may sort of be persuaded to pick them up, but I know they're going to be limited as well. And also we've got the Air Jordan 4 Flight Cub, and this is releasing in spring 2026. And it's not a bad colourway actually, you know, it's quite clean. I'm not a fan of like leather wings, which is supposed to have, but it also supposed to have like Nike Air on the heel tab as well, so let's see. But overall, a clean sneaker. And also releasing in the spring 2026, got the Air Jordan 3 OG Springies in the air, and there's different pictures for this one, and I'm not sure if they get mixed up with the embroidery one or not, because I think that one's called Wings or something of that sort. But overall, you know, a simple colourway, not the greatest. I just feel like I've got Jordan 3 fatigue, especially with these white and cream colourways. And also releasing in spring 2026 is the Jordan 1 Psychic Blue. So this is kind of like a riff on the UNC Jordan 1. And yeah, just with the suede overlays really. Yeah, clean, nice looking, and sort of simple as well. But again, it's not something that I would look to cop. I think I'd rather have the Jordan 1 UNCs. And also releasing is the Air Jordan 1 Low OG Medium Olive, and this is again in spring 2026. And yeah, this one I would like to have. I think if it's got the big swoosh and this colour scheming, you know, I'm a big fan of Jordan 1 Lows in general, and try to pick up ones that I think are really nice colourways. And this one probably is a definite. And also releasing in spring 2026, got the Air Jordan 1 High OG Cool Grey. This is another colourway that looks nice, simple, clean. I'm just not a fan of the metal Air Jordan 1 Wings logo, but other than that, it looks cool. And yeah, see when it comes out. But you know, I think I'm kind of good at Jordan 1's highs, especially, and it will only be like the OG colorways that I would tend to go for more than likely, unless there's a really good black toe colorway. And also releasing is the Air Jordan 1 Low OG Sail, and this is again just a simple, clean colorway. Might be persuaded to grab these, but releasing in spring 2026, another one which looks very similar to the neutral greys, so that's the reason why I'd be a bit hesitant to pick them up. But as the time goes on, we'll see. Spring 2026 is like a year away at the moment, so quite a lot of time to think on it.